Your intestines contain 39 trillion microorganisms. And when the gut talks, the brain listens. Your brain speaks to the gut when the gut speaks. There are about 3 pounds of organisms in the microbiome, which is not unlike your brain. It is composed of bacteria, viruses, and fungi, which makes up most of the microbiome. This organism receives nutrients, and it produces chemicals that the brain needs. The vagus nerve cranial nerve originates in the brainstem and travels down your neck, among the carotid arteries, and sends messages to the brain. You have 2 main nerves coming out of your brain, one that enters your stomach and the other one that enters your chest. Nerves associated with the brain are longest and control the contractions of the gut, also known as peristalsis, as well as controlling your heart rate. The microbiome uses it to send messages directly to the chief operating office, the brain. With anxiety and depression, you have a much higher number of bacteria that produce inflammatory chemicals. You also have a much smaller number of good bacteria that produce anti-inflammatory chemicals. The ideal scenario is to have a diverse population of bacteria strains so they can send these inflammatory chemicals back to the brain for further distribution in the body. While the microbiome includes viruses and fungi, it is mostly bacteria, hence the term gut bacteria. What determines the balance of good and bad bacteria in your body? Diet and medications are some of the factors. Bad bacteria are promoted by fast food, sugar, and red meat-filled diets, and antibiotics alone will not change the gut flora, medications will. The age at which you live will affect the diversity of bacteria in your body. Circadian rhythm changes affect your sleep, and bad bacteria is also promoted by poor sleep. Furthermore, aerobic exercises are beneficial for your microbiome because your aerobic activity improves its diversity. It has been proven that transplanting bacteria from feces of non-depressed individuals into depressed individuals treat depression if the individuals have poor microbiome health. Clearly, this is an important issue, but the risks associated with fecal transplants make it impractical to do so. In addition, having someone else's feces injected into your body just doesn't seem right. So, until there is an artificial or alternative, you need to boost the health of your own gut. Here are some suggestions. In order to lose weight, you first need to clean up your diet by eliminating or reducing processed foods, sugar, and red meat. The Mediterranean diet is a good choice for this kind of diet. In this video, I describe a diet for depression. You should eat prebiotics too. A prebiotic is a fiber that feeds the bacteria and keeps them alive. Examples include inulin, fruit, sugar, polyphenols, and polyunsaturated fatty acids. Fibers are prebiotics, and they keep bacteria healthy by supplying them with food. Examples of fruit: inulin, sugar, polyphenols, and polyunsaturated fats. There are also probiotics. Probiotics are bacteria that you eat to increase the population of good bacteria in your body. You can get them through your diet, or you can take capsules. It is usually best to get important nutrients from food rather than supplements. Yogurt, sauerkraut, pickles, and kombucha are examples of dietary probiotics, which have live bacteria that are good for your gut. However, all these foods should be checked with your doctor before you start consuming them. Probiotic supplement combined with the consumption of probiotic foods can increase the diversity of good bacteria, especially if you are severely immunocompromised. Freeze-dried bacteria are contained in the probiotic capsules, which reconstitute after they cross the stomach and enter the intestines. And by the way, some people refer to probiotics as psychobiotics because of their positive effect on mental health. Probiotic supplements should be taken on an empty stomach before meals. Why? Your stomach releases acid during the digestive process to break down the food. Various strains of E. coli, which cause food poisoning, are very resistant to acid. Good bacteria, like bifidobacteria and lactobacilli, are also capable of surviving stomach acid with less exposure. Good bacteria should not be exposed to stomach acid for more than a short period of time, otherwise they will generate toxins that cause vomiting and diarrhea. To prevent the bacteria in food or pills from being killed by stomach acid, they need to move through your stomach as quickly as possible. Normally, food moves through the stomach quickly. However, after eating a heavy meal, the food takes longer to process, much like going through airport security. Consequently, probiotics work best when taken on an empty stomach or with a very light meal. Next, you should increase your aerobic exercise. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, 150 minutes of moderate exercise is recommended each week. Walking or swimming for 30 minutes 5 days a week could do this, and running would be vigorous exercise, which would require 75 minutes a week. Even if you have not experienced depression or anxiety, good gut health leads to proper weight management. Set a regular bedtime that allows you to sleep 7 to 9 hours each night. Is it possible that some people naturally thin while others are extra large? Even when they both consume the same amount of food, one of them will likely be thin and the other will be large. If you say it's genetic, guess what? That population of 39 trillion organisms contains significant amounts of genetic material, and this influences our bodily functions a great deal. The microbiome is sometimes referred to as the second brain or secondary immune system. It is up to you to take care of your microbe community, so that it will take care of you. Thanks again.